the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Brooklyn Barons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry for Derrick Henry. And the cutback to the sideline. It's a big run there by Henry. 55 yards. Obviously, so much on the line here. Everything on the line this season. So important to get off to a hot start. That run certainly helps.
Definitely provided it. Nothing different than what they've seen all year long. They want to continue to ride that momentum.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
The gun. They'll look to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit. No. Check 26. Check 26. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Okay, Charles, the Vikings offensive starters, a former Ole Miss Rebel is a guy to watch, and that's Laquan Treadwell.
No doubt about it, and when you look at his speed, forget it. All right, just throw out that time stuff. Watch his play speed. He plays the game really fast and big and aggressively. They want to call him Megaquan. If he plays to that, he'll really help this Vikings team. Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And if name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback, but pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
Now let's go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll set up a throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Darren Waller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'll try to do better here. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe
Derrick Henry all alone. And touchdown. Derrick Henry, 60 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Get ready! Right 90!
Second down, Bridgewater. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And a look now at the starting defense.
Barkevius Kiki Mingo is one of those versatile outside linebackers who can rush the passer as a defensive end, yet drop into coverage.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Bridgewater fakes the give to Peterson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Bridgewater now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Green 39! Green 39! Mike 5-4.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Second down, 9 yards to go.
Watch left. Stop right there. Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Gone! Back out of that Philly, here we go! Back out of that Philly, here we go!
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now back to throw. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And again this time to the tailback. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on second and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a fourth if you so choose.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Bridgewater to throw it this time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barkevious Mingo. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go, Jay!
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this offense ready to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people's bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Completes it to Moncrief, left side. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job, execute it.
First down, Bridgewater. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Vikings. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Derrick Henry. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Let's go. Green 39.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down following the run.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kevin White, a 20-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
play action here on first down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And again, it's Bridgewater. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. He had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. That is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Play fake. Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Steve Weatherford now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. We talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He hits White, complete. Kevin White. Touchdown! Kevin White, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Third and long for Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Steve Weatherford now As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right at the 35. Touchdown! A great effort there. 65 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give them 13 on the pickup there, and it'll give the Vikings a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on second. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Danny Trevathan, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third.
Let's go. Right in.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
3 yards left to grab here on third down. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Bullard in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him. On the year. Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here's Steve Weatherford now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. The play clock's running down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Steve Weatherford now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable here from the 38. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down carry for Henry. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
On On second down, here's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. It's going the other way. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Vikings.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watch one. Get ready.
Bridgewater on first down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go. Blue 58.
On second down, Bridgewater again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go.
Now blowing. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on here to punt it away. he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 87 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Bridgewater now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it.
Get ready! Way 90! Way 90!
Third and goal for Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Let's go! Way 90! Way 90!
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And here now the offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a big run there by Henry. 40 yards on the ground. So it'll be first down here after the run. Here's Blunt. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why their points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that +3.
Sharif Floyd makes a stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
They'll run it here with Blunt. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, here's Blunt. Calling a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now a carry for Blunt. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now.
Again to Henry. A little track jump, and he'll be out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. And a long way to go. They start